Are you maxed out on your end?
Oh my.
Am I gonna cut the wrong side or?
Yeah. How does that get measured? You said it's an inch off?
On my left hand side.
It's been a long time coming and we can finally run all new electrical for the abandoned garage. If you're new to the channel, we bought an abandoned house. Everything in here was junk and it was made out of junk. Not only did we tear down the walls, build new walls, and build new roof, we finally have a blank slate to build our dream garage. And if you want to check out those videos, I'll link them right over here. All right, so here's the plan for today. We gotta run new outlets down below. Becoming a garage or a shop, the best idea is to give us a 20 amps so we could power our dust collectors and all the table saws, the stuff that draws a lot of power. We'll start with the outlets first. I'm gonna have 3 on this wall and 3 on the back wall, and then another 4 inside the office space that we're creating. So these nice little gauges, they come across here. They have a little space here to accommodate for the drywall when said and done. I'm gonna put them about 4 feet. Nope, not gonna do 4 feet. I'm gonna do them about 40 inches off the ground, so it'll give us good access to them. Let's start hammering in a minute. There's something OCD that I'm going through where I'm like, I kind of want them to be symmetrical, like evenly spaced out. Reason why? Don't have one. So for ceiling lights, I'm gonna have 4 can lights in the office space. The ceiling's a lot shorter over there because of that step up. But over here in the garage, I'm gonna run 6 of those regular old screw-on LED panels that I had in my previous shop. They put out tons of lumens, some would say somewhat blinding. So I didn't realize that the can lights that I got, they're the ones that you cut the hole, they're the afterwork kind where you cut the hole in the existing drywall, slide it up, and these brackets hold it in place. So we can still use them, but we'll have to do it when we do drywall. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna still run the electrical where it's gonna be, kind of staple it to the side, and then when drywall's up, we'll know exactly where it is and toss these puppies in. All right, so we're getting ready to run wire for 20 amp outlets. This thing's already ripped. This is a 12-2 cable, thicker gauge, can handle more power. I'm trying to be most efficient with my wire. I didn't realize how stinking expensive wire is getting. And some stores now that you can't just check it out. It's behind a cage, you have to have somebody take it out. They have to walk you, like Secret Service has to walk you to checkout counter. Mind blowing, this is the times that we're living in. But that being said, with the outlets first, I think I'm gonna start there. Run it across, jump into the ceiling, drop it down, hit here, bring it down here, and then straight home. But first, we're gonna use our spade bit to cut our holes. You know, it'd be fun if we figured out how many batteries that will take for me to actually go through about 50 studs. I think it's gonna be 1 battery. Big spade bit draws a lot of power, but let's just see. I don't know, I'm kind of curious. Full charge, I've only done already maybe, what, 5? So should be pretty fair. That hole is not lined up, folks. 5 studs through. Somehow, I didn't calculate it right. All right, 62 2x4s. Started with a brand new battery. We're down to 2 bars. I don't know if you ask me, but I think it's pretty dang good. This is where misery kicks in. Gonna be a lot of pushing and pulling, folks. Well, actually, that's not that bad. Oh, I'm so glad I went with a little bit wider spade bit. Lucky me. Power gonna be coming in for the outlet. Take the rest of our spool, not a pool, spool. Bring it over. And away we go. Might as well be snowing sawdust. Oh, jeez. I gotta start wearing a hard hat at work. All right, where is it? Oh, there it is. Guys, I want to talk about something very, very important, and it's really the secret to my success and my health and the energy that I have. And this is why I'm so excited to present you guys the secret sauce to Mr. Build It is AG1. Now, I'm super excited about AG1 because before they were ever the sponsors of this channel, we've used them for at least 2 years, and we love it, both Irina and I. AG1 is a daily foundational nutritional supplement that supports whole body health. Here's why I love them so much. Instead of me taking bottles and bottles of pills and supplements that I don't know what they're doing, they've simplified it enough to pack it all into one scoop powder that tastes delicious, and it actually works. I'm not kidding you about condensing everything in a powder. 75 vitamins and minerals and whole food superfoods. Check this out. We got everything from vitamin A, C, E. We got, I can't pronounce that, vitamin B6. We got biotin, vitamin B12. We got calcium, magnesium, zinc, copper, magnesium, chromium, sodium, potassium. I mean, it's got so many, sodium and potassium. Ooh, that's perfect for hydrating. The whole point is it's got everything in one scoop. Here's how it works. Literally every single day, and I'm not kidding you, every single day I'm at work, I take 8 to 12 ounces of water. I take one scoop. Look at this beautiful green. Boom, just like that. Mix it all, shake it all up. Oh, beautiful. And then here's what I do. Boom, I'm done, and I'm going right back to work. My favorite part about AG1 is that the gut health. It's loaded with probiotics and prebiotics to help with that healthy gut biome, and it helps me with all the energy levels. It's got everything I need to keep going and keep working. This is why I talk so fast all the time. That's the secret sauce. So I invite you to try it for yourself. Click the link in the description below to get a free 1-year supply of D3 and K2 plus 5 free AG1 travel packs when you purchase your first order of AG1. AG1, thank you so much for everything you do for me and this channel. Now let's get back to this garage. Well, 1 and 2 are done. Now we're gonna bridge it over the ceiling joist and then start connecting the rest of the walls. I feel like a clown doing this. Getting all tangled up in this mess. What is this? Safety hazard. Questioning all my life choices right now. I don't know which one's in and which one's out. What is... I seem to be in quite a predicament. The original plan's not working because there's a light switch here, and then I have to run hot off of the electrical box, and there's gonna be possibly 3 different cables connecting, and I wanna keep it simple. So I think I'm gonna continue it off of this wall. So it's all just linear. So it's gonna go here, here, hop on top, hit this box, hit that box, and then run another cable from the box to the light switch that'll activate this entire circuit. The good news is, caught that early. The bad news is I just spent 20 minutes wrestling with a snake. Okay, so we officially completed the 20 amp outlets for the shop itself. We're gonna need to run a light switch to our panel, and then we'll start working on the lights. This is looking so nice. Do you remember the first video where I was demoing everything and there's this like spider web of electrical wires going all over the place? This is so much nicer. For the lights, we're gonna do the garage lights first because those are gonna be on a different breaker. We're using 4-2 cable. So 4-2 means simply 14 gauge thickness, and 2 means there's 2 cables basically. The black, which is hot, and white, and the common, and that is gonna have the third, that's ground, but all of them will have ground, so if they're grounded. So nice, easy, this is the same stuff that's in your house all over the country. So we're gonna start looping it out, I can't even talk, I'm just so excited, I guess. Or dehydrated, who knows. Start zigzagging them, connecting them through all the lights, and then bring them back to the breaker panel, and then to a light switch. I know it's not much, but 14-2 cable versus 12-2 cable, not that big of a difference, but until you hold it in bulk, it's so much easier to work with 14-2. This will help control the lights. I gotta go buy an electrical box for the light switch, and maybe I'll grab a light switch while I'm at it too. All right, got my stuff all labeled out. Office lights, office power, lights in the garage, outlets for the garage. Everything's taken care of. I got one more thing I want to use because it's going to be a little bit special. So this is currently where the current washing and drying machines sit. It's in the hallway. This is a 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom. I figured out a way that if I get rid of that section for the wash and dry in the hallway, I'll open up more space to put in an additional bathroom. How that's going to happen, I'll show you that in later videos. But since I'm moving them, here's where I'm moving them to. So to create space, I'm going to put my washing machine here, which I have a dedicated outlet for it. And I'm going to put another outlet right here, the 220, that will act as the big heavy duty, well, this plug right here. So the wash and dry will be here. I'll have to figure out how to get drainage in here and water for the washing machine, but that's gonna open up so much more useful space for the inside of the house. And in the meantime, before I even get to that project, because I'll have a dedicated 220 here, I'll be able to run like a welder or a heavy duty compressor. Thinking ahead, baby. I'm an idiot. I ran the power for the lights, but I didn't run a light switch. So I'm gonna have to put a light switch here. Problem solved. All right, gonna be installing our 20 amp outlet here. We're gonna use a 10-3 cable, far thicker, and it comes with a red wire as well. Follow instructions in the back, and because how thick this cable is, sometimes it's easier to install it, hook it up right away, and then bring it back into the box and then install your box. It's just very thick wire. All the outlets, all the lights, everything has cables running through it. I even remembered, I literally just like last minute, remembered to put an outlet for the garage door opener. So everything's there. Now, let's start splicing all these wires and hooking them up. Ooh, all 12 outlets are in, and I think I got the hang of it. I think I got that speed installation. Let me go connect it to the breaker box and we'll see if I have power for the outlets. All right, moment of truth. Let's see if we have power. This is way too many outlets that I'm taking a risk on. I know something's always gonna go wrong. We got outlet power. We got outlet power. I'm so freaking proud of myself. Now, next, I gotta hook up my switches for the lights. And then once I'm done with that, we'll start throwing up some insulation and drywall. I'm not looking for the drywall. I am, because it's gonna make this place put together, but at the same time, boy, oh boy, 900 square feet of drywall. Let's go. Guys, check out what showed up. We finally got insulation. We're ready to start insulating this puppy, and we got drywall. Now for drywall, you have to use a fire rated drywall. It's 5/8, it's a type X, specifically for the garages. That's code what you have to do. And for the screws, I got 1 and 5/8 core screws. To accommodate all this, let's start throwing this puppy up and finally see this thing get put together. Oh my God, how far did we get? I'm using the paperback insulation. Now, it is a fire hazard only if you, based off of the instructions of this manufacturer, only if you don't install the fire rated drywall. But because we're using fire-rated drywall, they're saying that it's okay for me to install it, which makes my job very happy. Now I can't install my insulation here yet because I don't have a backing to it. So once I install drywall on this side, I can then start putting insulation on the inside part, and they should truck along just fine. I can't believe I'm about to say this, but are you guys ready to start closing up this garage? It's been such a long way coming. If this is your first time watching this video or this channel, go check out the first 2-3 episodes of this renovation. I cannot believe we got here. You eat an elephant one bite at a time, and after you're done, you look back and you go, damn, I just ate a freaking elephant. Well, this is what I call one big old bucket of screws. Definitely not gonna run out on this entire house with this. Now, because your boy is a dummy and got way too excited and hooked up all his electrical, that means I can't use my little roto zip to zip out the electrical box to make it easy and fast. Instead, I gotta do it by hand. Lesson learned, you dummy. Now, if you ask me, that's not right. This one I'm gonna have to do quite a bit of mudding on. Hold on. Wasn't there an outlet here? Ah, here we go again. Let's see if we can rescue this thing. I see a little bulge right here, so hopefully we can not do too much damage here. Boy, we're off to a bad start, huh? Here, kitty, kitty. We got her. What a dumb mistake, huh? I can't figure out these measurements. What's going on? So damn frustrating. Wrong. No stud. Traditionally speaking, the ceiling usually drywall gets installed first so that this stuff could butt up against it. I don't have any extra help today to go over my ceiling. Tomorrow I'll have some help, so in the meantime, I have to create a gap 5/8 so the sheet can slide in there and then we can do the ceiling. Not my ideal scenario, but you just gotta adapt. So everything's coming along. My luck, all these stinking gaps are just a footings issue, I guess. In case anybody's wondering, I was going to add a moisture barrier, but then I started doing all this online digging, and they're saying if the garage is heated, you will need a moisture barrier. If the garage is not heated, they actually recommend that you don't install the moisture barrier so the walls could breathe, I guess they said. I don't know what that means, but I think it's more of like a moisture evaporation thing. So I shouldn't have cut this off. Trim the wrong side. Finding that the real trick here with all this unevenness with the footings and stuff, use a level. In the garage here, it's all wonky, so I've learned that from my first row over there. That's why it's dog. The next row is a little bit less dog. And this is just, ooh, tiny, a little bit dog. All right, guys, I got this entire wall done. Essentially, I got this entire main garage done as a, except the ceiling, which we're gonna tackle tomorrow when I get extra help. Now we gotta do this backside here. Same thing, same freaking thing. We got all the walls done, and now we're doing the ceiling, and that's what you're supposed to do first, but I couldn't do it by myself, so I got Tim to come out and help me. Say hi, Tim. Say hi to Tim, guys. So we were playing a game of whack here for a little bit because none of these walls are straight, so we couldn't just start from any corner and work our way up because the line is all crooked. We put on our thinking caps and we figured out the best solution to this chaotic problem is to create our own line. As long as these butt joints are lined up, we now have a straight line that we can follow and then make all our little adjustments in the corners and the ends. So that's the best thing we came up with. You always gotta adapt. Adapt and innovate. Let's party.
Drifting off?
Yeah. Yep. My way? Hold on a second. Come on, nails. Screws. Way off. There's gonna be a lot of mudding. This is the official way to hold drywall.
That is the absolute best way.
They don't teach you this in school. They learn that from the Mayans. Oh, that's not it. Oh, son of a... I think Tim and I are in agreement that there's no better sound than the sound of a drill screw hitting a stud. And I beg to argue that it's the sound second to, well, children laughing are second to that. And nothing will make a grown man cry like missing a stud. Left corner, yep. There we go. A bunch of drywall dust in my eyes.
My left is off like a half an inch.
Am I not measuring correctly?
We're still off. There you go.
Good.
But this side we need it. Oh, that's sweet.
Ah.
Are you maxed out on your end?
Just this corner is maxed out.
Because we're like an inch off over here on my left.
Oh my.
Am I gonna cut the wrong side or
Yeah. How did that get measured? You said it's an inch off?
on my left hand side?
think I just invented a technique to shave down drywall. Get like a spoke shave. So because we started the line first, we don't know if the line is straight. So it could have been off by a hair, and then over the course of 30 feet, it starts moving to wider and wider, accumulating a couple of inches here. So the best part on these filler pieces here we found out is we start doing them in 4-foot sections. That way it'll be easier to conceal any kind of variance, and you're not dealing with small strips that we need to add. So it's a lesson learned. Have a straight garage before you start building. And also don't buy abandoned houses. Guys, I'm monkeying around here, and the good news is I suck. Well, the bad news is I suck at drywall. The good news is we got walls up and ceilings, and this thing actually looks like a room now. So I'm excited there. But I'm not excited about all the little things I need to start fixing. But thanks so much for sticking around. I gotta fix up all these little patches, do some mud work on it, and then we won't be ready. So tune in next week, because remember the roof that I ripped apart? Well, I gotta now replace the roof, all the shingles, so I have to roof for the first time ever. Not nervous at all. Come join me. Tune in next week. We'll see you on the next one. See ya.